All right, Shalom, Michael. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kadash. Give honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. And honors to you brothers who are out there doing work and sincerity in this truth. And this lesson is entitled, Put This Truth First. All right? Because when you come into this truth, man, the scriptures tell you start dwelling with wisdom. Okay, and that's part of being in this truth. And wisdom, you have to learn discipline first, man. Fear of the Lord, you start learning to keep the laws. And in Ecclesiastes chapter 12, I believe it's verse 13, to tell you the conclusion of the whole matter. And the whole duty of man is to fear the Most High and keep His commandments. So you have to get a form of discipline, because this truth, in this truth, you have to erase everything that you learned with the old man in America. America tell you what happened in Vegas, stay in Vegas. Or even brothers anywhere in different countries. Hey, they teach you don't have any discipline. Eat anything, do what you want. And that's not the way it's together. All right? When it comes to money, hey, realize that, hey, money comes second, man. Or third, fourth, whatever, man. Take care of your other matters, man. But this truth, it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. Always number one, man. The church always number one. The Lord asked Peter, do you love me? And Peter said, yeah. But then the Lord said, hey, then feed my flock. So what was he telling me? You need to make sure they're good then, man. That's your job, man. Make sure they're good. So no matter what you do, when you're around the brothers, no matter where you're at, let's make sure everything good. Let's make sure everything in order. Let's make sure after you're done doing whatever that you're doing, Yahweh Shai will approve of it, man. Put this truth first at every time, man. All right.
And this is Luke 2:49, and he said unto him, how is it that ye sought me? Wish ye not that I must be about my Father's business? You also, do you want to respond on that? Or what? Say that one time. Hey, this is Luke 2:49. And he said unto him, how is it that ye sought me? Wish ye not that I must be about my Father's business?
Yeah, Yahweh Shah was very young at the time. And basically, he was had to be about his business, man, which had to come with what? Discipline, his profession. Just like a lot of Jake put their kids in football camp, basketball programs to do what? Basically send them off to do that profession. But Yahweh Shah profession was to come down, be about his Father's business and be the atonement for the sake of Israel,
Philippians 3:8. Yea, doubtless that I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Mashiach Yahushua my Lord.
Right. So hey, I tell you, I take the L, man. It doesn't matter the sacrifices. Because when you're in a war, see, the scriptures, it tell you to prepare your mind for the battle, man. All right? Because at the end of the day, this Edomite is in power. And he got to be taken down, man. And the Lord said that we were soldiers under him. He said that if it was his kingdom, his servants will fight. So, hey, we got to make sure we down here and we enforcing the will and the laws and statutes and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua until he come back, give us the go-ahead and everything, and he take this place down, man. All right? So we about our Father's business, man. And we put that first. So we don't get entangled like man, I gotta get on the grind. I'm trying to hustle, get a life with a white picket fence. Like, nah, hey, we get what we need and we keep going. And that's what you do when you in war. You get what you need and you just keep going, man. You're not gonna worry about how, that's a nice house over there. I might think about man, nobody thinking about that, man. It's a whole war going on.
That's right. And like that, when you go say not Hebrew, but Greek term for excellency talks about to be superior. All right, that means how Apostle Paul received the Spirit from Yahweh Shem Shai to put the truth first. And the more you engulf yourself in this truth, the Spirit Yahweh Shem Shai, the more you increase in understanding, wisdom, and knowledge about Yahweh Shem Shai. If he's working with you, it's the same thing as when Michael Jordan put in all them shots. You know, he became great. You know, same thing with Kobe Bryant. You know, at one time he was running 8 miles a day, okay, for stamina and condition. All right, and then secondly, he increased from 2,500 shots to 5,000 shots a day. So we got to perfect ourselves within the spirit, whether that's basically fellowshipping, all right, studying on your own, okay, going over old notes, reading, and of course watching the ongoing of watching videos from the apostles, you know.
There says, this is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9 and 6. Hold on, let me see. BDM started verse 6. For though a man be never so perfect among the children of men, yet if thy wisdom be not with him, he shall be nothing with God.
Mm-hmm. So it goes to show you that the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Shai perfects your understanding. That's why Apostle Rambam said we are perfect, meaning not perfect within the flesh, but perfect in understanding. You know?
Mm-hmm. And you're going to run into distractions out here. All right? You're going to run into distractions and temptation because part of Satan's job is to prove you, man. To prove the type of person that you are. Put you in positions and you have to still keep your integrity. Keep who you are. You got to, the truth, and this word, the church, everything dealing with Yahweh Shai has to be put first. And if you not on that, hey, Satan gonna get you out of there. He gonna go back to the Most High and be like, I told you. You let him have this, you let him have that. Once you took it away, he was through.
Yeah.
You know, once you gave him that, once you put that pretty woman in his face, he was done. That's what Satan do in the Most High. Like, all right, take him out then. Why? Because the truth was not priority. So you gotta put this truth first.
Yeah. Can I finish the scripture?
All right.
Okay. Of the knowledge of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, it's like Mashiach Yahweh Shai my Lord, for whom I've suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Mashiach.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 14 verse. Jump to the 14th verse.
So he like, man, I count everything as a loss so I can win the Most High. See what I'm saying? He has his priorities together.
Yeah.
All right. And you look at these other guys, what's the niggas in Baltimore? They ain't got their priorities together. You can tell about the things that they argue about. Trying to find Element. All them guys, what's Element name? Grumpy Knuckles. He got the leprechaun top hat on and stuff, man. You can tell he ain't got his priorities together, man. Dude making video clips, just love, man. Just love and forgive, man. But he ain't got his priorities together.
Yeah.
He not going out teaching. He not doing what he's supposed to do.
Hey, that's why when you read the book of Psalms 51, and when King David said, "Please do not take your Holy Spirit away from me," because he's seen the latter status or the latter state of King Saul. Because remember when King Saul received that clean heart, it stated in the scriptures how he had received a new heart and he began to prophesy with the prophets. But when the Most High stripped him from it, he saw King Saul, man, basically in his that worse condition, meaning that demon was exorcised off of King Solomon. So like King Saul, and basically once the Most High took that spirit away from him, 8 more demons jumped on him, or 7 more demons jumped on him. So now you got 8 or 15 or 20 because it's a form of completion. And like the other said, you have to basically put this truth first, you know what I'm saying? And you have to, at the end of the day, listen to, because Satan manipulate your mindset and think you right, and at the same time, right, you'll be wrong as fuck. You be hella wrong, man. So you have to listen. Because Satan is crafty, because what he does is the reason why it's called the wiles of Satan, because he have you going against yourself. You're your ultimate challenge. And another way he uses that is basically by putting something in your mind make you think you believe that you're right when you're fucking when you're totally fucking wrong, man. If that makes sense. All right, Chicago, we jump. Oh, you want me to jump to the question, bro?
Yeah.
All right, this is slide here. Philippians 3:14. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of the Most High and Mashiach Yahushua.
And that Greek word for mark was scopos. And it says an observer, a watchman, the distant mark looked at, the goal or end one has in view.
And that's why Yahushua stated your mind has to be single. You know, you have to have tunnel vision when it comes to the truth.
All right. It's like I can say something real quick, like biker boys.
Yeah,
I mean, as soon as they started that race, the boy went to what? Tunnel vision to what? Finish that race. He ain't see nothing else.
Yeah.
This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7, starting verse 7. This is King Solomon speaking. Wherefore I prayed and understanding was given to me. I called upon Yahweh and the spirit of wisdom came to me. I preferred her before scepters and thrones, and esteemed riches nothing in comparison of her. Neither compared I unto her any precious stone, because all gold in respect of her is as a little sand.
And going back to the Old Testament, when King Solomon said, what did he ask the Most High? Not for riches and materials and women, so on and so forth. He didn't want the worldly stuff. He wanted to be a judge, a good judge of Yahweh. All right. And then due to that, he didn't even ask for an extension in his life. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to be a good judge. And the Most High added all those things to him.
Yeah, because King Solomon was a perfect example of how praying for wisdom and understanding first, that brings everything else to it.
Yeah, that's
that. You know, everything else comes, you know, the Lord will give you that in due time.
And I just want to even say this about that. Whoever can receive it. See, when Solomon said that, he really puts you on game.
He goes in.
Oh, okay. He really puts you on game if you really think about it. He just showed you how to start dwelling with wisdom. How to get in that fold where the Most High starts showing you these different things that other men out here don't get shown. All right? Because there's perks to being a man of the Lord. That's why this has to be your priority. And he just showed you, number one, that was his number one priority. Hey, Lord, give me the wisdom how to deal with these people. It's your people. So I want to make sure I'm right. So the Most High look and smile on that. Like, okay. Get everything, man. You know, look, I'm going to show you how to get everything, too. Then I'm going to show you how to handle it. Hey, it's one thing to have everything, but when the Most High show you how to handle it, too.
Yeah, that's why it was so beautiful when he made that example with the two whores. Because he knew that a real mother would not really want to see harm due to her child. But a woman that's bitter if they strife, of course she want to see, you know, something be harmed her because she's in envy. She's in pain, you know. And so when King Solomon said, cut the baby in half, the real mother said, no, just give her the child, you know. And I ultimately confirmed that, okay, that's the mother. A real mother will not want to see no harm done to her child.
You know?
Hey, that's wisdom, man.
And that's why his fame, you know, went to a high stature after that. Keep going. Come. Yeah, it says, neither compare I unto her any precious stone, because all gold in respect of her is like little sand, and silver shall be counted as clay before her. So I loved her above health and beauty, and chose to give her instead of light. It says, for the light that cometh from her never goes out. All good things together came to me with her, and no more riches in her hands.
Yeah, so the Most High gave him the spirit to be committed to the truth, and in return, the Most High added everything he ever needed.
And notice how he prioritized it, and he's doing these comparisons. He like, this don't add up. Because, you know, especially Jake today, me and Nessa, we was up pretty late last night just kind of discussing it, man. Like the greed of America and how everybody just chases money. And they don't even really know what money is, chasing something they never had. You know, so he's comparing it even to money. He like gold, like sand. And when you see sand on the beach, nobody want to grab a handful of sand and keep that, man. Nobody care about that, man. You can't really do nothing with it. So now he's like, man, hey, look, when it comes to this, when it comes to having the wisdom of the Lord, this doesn't even compare. It's way better.
Yeah.
It shows you how to move in the midst of that. You actually learn what money really for and what it is. You know, and instead of going out here chasing, or hey, I got a bunch of women, or hey, I got a bunch of money, or I got a bunch of wine. Like, that don't matter.
As the scripture said, woman and wine turns a man into a piece of bread.
Yeah. And then
You chewed up.
And you know, he was a researcher too, through the spirit. And because when he delved into all of the fallenness, you know, he realized that his spirit never was satisfied.
Even that going right into the book of Ecclesiastes, that tells you out of all of the, you know, he said he had everything, but he still found that he wasn't happy.
That's right.
He called it vanity.
He called everything vanity, man. He had servants, men servants, maid servants, he had everything, man, you know. But horses, he had plentiful. Yeah. And it still told you that it was all vanity, man.
This is Mark 19, starting 18. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of Him. And wisdom obtaining His love. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. And they do the things that please Him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
That's good. And that's the goal. Hey, when you do this stuff, man, and you bring this truth to life, because that's also really what you're doing in this faith, man. You bring it to life. That means you live it, and you bring it around the people that you trust and that you dwell with, man. You bring this truth out, man. And then the scriptures tell you, hey, you this type of person, hey, you can take part in the tree of immortality, man. I mean, you get that everlasting life. The truth is priority, always, man. No money, no woman, no bottle of taco vodka, burn that peach flavor, can come in between this truth, man. You know, in between the church, because it's all in one, man. You got the brothers around you, because you still have people that can't even get along with the man that's next to them. And it's like, well, then how you gonna make it just alone? You know?
And then, if I can just bring it back, if a man does have, you know, so-called riches, or, you know what I'm saying, the house, the cars, the money, the women, the wives, the children, at the same time frame, amen, about your father's business, supposed to be the center of your attention. You're not going off, the Most High rewards you with that. We'll give that to you, but when you started leaning to the left as far as not doing your videos, not fellowshipping, you know what I'm saying, getting bugged out, so on and so forth, I mean, you trip. But as long as you got the truth as the center of your focus, you're good to go. Because everything's well balanced. Because you can't study all the fucking time. You can't do videos all the time. Because what Satan's gonna do, he's gonna utilize your spiritual gift to exhaust yourself. Then one day of not doing videos, or 1 week of not fellowship, is gonna become 2 weeks or a month, and so on and so forth. And before you know it, you're gonna be so far in the hole that you can't even dig yourself out, man.
And then you have some situations to where guys are not prioritizing things correctly, and it's true. They'll use videos or how many scriptures they know as something that it makes me better than, hey, look how many videos I did a week. I did 25 videos a week, man. Hey, man, what y'all doing? You ain't doing 3? And you trying to use it as like you have some type of leverage. Nah, see, but really, why the Spirit and the Lord put it to where, hey, you can't study all the time, you can't do it all the time, because really this is supposed to be your life, man. You're supposed to learn how to truly live. And you're not gonna learn how to truly live, man, until you put this numero uno, man. You're gonna have to put this number 1. You're not gonna truly learn how to be the person that you're supposed to be and live up to the potential that the Lord gave you, man. Because even when you spoke on money, hey, that's a good thing if you got a bunch of money. But if your money control you, then goddamn.
The scripture said money's a defense. You know what I'm saying? It's a defense, so ain't nothing wrong with it. You know?
You good. Call to out. This is Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 12. It said, wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yet she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her. She preventeth them that desire her, and maketh herself first known unto them. Who seeketh her early shall have no great travail, for he shall find her sitting at his doors. To think therefore upon her the perfection of wisdom, and whoso watches for her shall quickly be without care. For she goeth about seeking such as worthy of her.
Like I said, it's a he that watcheth for her shall quickly be without care. Now we start with Pastor Harden on down, and you can tell when they come to like any fashion of this world, you know, and especially when you watch Apostle Bar, all the apostles, man, on down, and you watch their videos, you know, and you can tell when they come to any part of this world, they are not entangled at all. You know, you be hearing Apostle R say, man, you get caught up with a woman, hey, don't you say nothing to me, man. You know, because he's not caught up in that. He done been there and done that. Especially as young men our age, they've been there and done that while they was in the truth, man.
That's why he said you can play with Satan and not, you can play with the fire and not get burnt. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a different level that the Most High is giving him, man. This man is literally like the leader of Israel at this time frame. Whether y'all can receive it or not, that man has a different spirit, man.
Yeah, and they go to show you, you know, they without care.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the way you're supposed to be, because when you learn it, and the Lord started, because each brother, when they get serious with this, you start developing a personal relationship with the Lord, man.
Intimate.
Mm-hmm.
When you go into that term intimate, it means that, like, when you have an intimate relationship with the Most High, when you go into that term intimate, it means to be familiar with.
Yeah, so you get familiar on a certain level. It's not like you being disrespectful, but not humble. But nah, hey, when you pray for certain, hey, you know the Lord gonna answer. When you start doing certain things, like, you know the Lord. You ever met them brothers who know, man, I ain't gonna really curse too many people, because people are curse shit happen. You know, hey, you get on that level, and it's like, okay, all right. And see, these men are without care, and the reason why is because they've started to dwell with wisdom, and they can understand how vain this life is. This shit is vain, and if it ain't got the Most High behind it, it's vanity.
That's right.
So it's going, I'm without care. I don't care about this. You know, but see, the people who fall out and then they go back in the world is really because they believe the world got something more to offer them that the Most High ain't giving them. And those type of people ain't gonna get nothing of the Lord, man.
Faithless, man.
And that's why they get mad at us.
No, I can say something, the Lord is a scripture, it tells you, if people stumble across the beauty of the sun, the moon, and different lights, how much more the Heavenly Father who created all things. So these people fall out and go back into the world, or people marvel at different doctrines or different idols and so forth. How much more the Creator, that created all these things, And here it is, God's are bugging out that, and that Mercedes Benz. Me and this brother, we went to, we passed some car lot I never even heard of, but it was top quality car. But I'm pretty sure Simulates down here desire to have that, right? But how much more the Heavenly Father that allowed these men to come up with the technology to create that car? People fail to realize, people fail to realize the power that has given men the knowledge to create these things.
Right. And you motherfuckers are worshiping the universe.
Yeah.
I spoke to the universe and they revealed me. Well, goddamn, I want to talk to the person who created the universe.
Yeah, that nigga, what's his name? What's that big dude? That black shit, Kemet shit. What's that guy? What's that dude name? Dr. Umar Johnson. He on a damn plank on a plank shit, whatever. Praying what is it? OSHA. Basically the water. And then, you sit and be like, yo, the Lord created all the water. moments, man.
Right.
You know, you sit here praying to the what? I think if I can't remember, I think he said Alicia or something, you know.
In the book of Psalm 148, it tells you how the waters, all the different hail, storms, they worship the Most High.
Right.
You gonna worship the water.
And what it said,
He created all that, you know.
book of
He
Romans,
controls the waves and the sea and the storms, you know.
and you start worshiping the creature more than the creator. Well, sure, check.
Jeremiah 5:22. Jeremiah 5:22. Fear ye not me, said the Lord, for you tremble in my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by the perpetual decree, that they cannot pass it, and though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet cannot not prevail, do they war, yet cannot not pass over. You know, it said, but this people have revolting, build his heart, revolting and gone. But the point is, that if you not me, y'all people don't fear the Lord, you know. But like I brought out in Sirach, the 19th chapter, it says, first step to be accepted of the Lord is to fear him. That's the beginning of wisdom, you know.
And you got,
No.
yeah, you got, and so it just go to show you that a lot of, and that's why we're in the position that we're in. And when you go around Jake, start discussing real money, like cattle and plants that reproduce themselves. Jake not gonna know what you're talking about. Hell, you can talk gold and silver. Jake not gonna know what you're talking about. Start talking gemstones and what they can do. Jake not gonna know what you're talking about. Start talking medicine. Start talking real women. Start talking the things that you can do on the earth. Jake not gonna know what you're talking about.
Having slaves.
Oh, slaves. And that's why when you go out and you talking, you have that look on your face. You have that glow about you, and they just looking at something with them guys, man. Something about them, man. Well, they just don't seem to really care too much. They happy. They cool. And let me see what they're doing. So you might have people trying to figure you out. But no, it's because you put the truth first, man, and you keep it that way. Hey, it benefits to you, you know. All right.
And more. It says, to think therefore upon her perfection is wisdom, and whoso watcheth for her shall quickly be without care. For she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her, showeth herself favorably unto them in the ways, and meeteth them in every thought. For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love.
And that was at the beginning of the lesson, man. Discipline. When you come into the truth, man, you have to learn discipline. That's how you dwell with wisdom. All right? So you get discipline, man. And it says in your every thought, you're supposed to be sincere. You're supposed to really mean it, man. You're supposed to really live it. You got all these rappers talking gang shit. I really lived it. So you got a man of the Lord. Hey, how you supposed to do it? You're not supposed to be faking. We done dealt with enough fake stuff, man. GMO, seedless fruits and shit. We done dealt with enough fake stuff. Hey, you supposed to be real for the Lord. You supposed to be 100%, man. You supposed to be down to ride, man. Hey, you live like King David say, hey, I live for the Lord, I die for the Lord, man. All day. And you get those, and the Lord dwell with you, man.
Got to say something too. Even King David said at a late age, I believe he was in his 80s. He said 4 what was it, 80?
Yeah, it's 80.
He even said he's at an old age, he's still ready to fight for the Lord. You know? You get a guy, Jake, that turned 40, he's done, he's completed, you know. He thinks he deserves everything in the world, you know. He blew half of his childhood youth. He turned 40, he done settled down and realized that he done messed up the majority of his life.
Look how Apostle Sahar, Apostle Bar, Apostle Kyle, Apostle Ramla, how they're growing in the spirit, meaning their output in videos because of the revelations within the spirit from Yahweh Shem Shah. You see? So they continue to put out more as they grow, compared to like a Michael Jordan. Now look at his talent. And he's like, oh, He started
Went down.
increasing.
Yep.
Floyd
That's right.
Mayweather became slower. Kobe Bryant became slower. But the apostles,
That's
they're
good.
getting stronger and stronger and stronger in the spirit,
You
man.
got that vigor.
As they age.
It's still coming out as one.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right.
Because like I said, King David said at his old age again, he still feel like he's ready to fight for the Lord.
Mhm.
I'm gonna keep going. It says, and love is the keeping of her laws, and she and the giving heed unto her laws.
Love's application too. Because you can have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, but if you don't apply it, so it doesn't make sense if they say you're putting out videos and you're calling on the name of Yahweh Shem Shah, but at the same time, you're not right within your spirit. You're benefiting the elect, but you're not benefiting yourself, and therefore you're going to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about application. You can't say you be brotherly, so on and so forth, and then you got like a nigga when you're amongst brothers. We've seen that shit in real time as well as you have too.
Yeah, because I say this too, because love is like action word, So I think in the book of John, it says, "You love me, keep my commandments." Love is an action word,
Yeah, it's an actual word.
Yes, sir. Coach.
Have you got some too?
Good.
All right, cool.
Good. Finish this up. It says, and the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption.
You gotta listen. When you give heed to something, you're making yourself subject. You're under that rule. So you're supposed to be under the rule of Yahweh Shem Shah. All right, the instructions at this time frame is to do the work so you can receive everlasting life. Continue.
And corruption maketh us near unto Yahweh.
Incorruption, the reason why you're going to be incorruptible, it starts with this word, man. All right? And then it manifests from spiritual bodies, man.
Okay, keep going. It says, therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom.
Right, the desire of wisdom. So you have to be compelled and driven to do this work, to be about your father's business, the affairs of Yahweh Shem Shah. Okay, and then that manifests in a kingdom. You don't get the kingdom without doing the work. All right, you have to put in the work in order to get the kingdom.
And it's also saying, I think in chapter 2 or the next chapter, it says, wisdom making you bring of the Most High.
One more. It says, if your delight be then in thrones and scepters,
Delight is your happiness. You find pleasure. That's why King Solomon basically was saying that how the Most High delighted in him before the foundations of the earth. I want to show you that he was happy in Yahweh Shai, which was King Solomon. That's why when the Most High basically him be an angel, what he say about Yahweh Shai? Hey, this is my son who I am well pleased. Why? Because Yahweh Shai was about his father's business, but that gift was given to Yahweh Shai to be perfect.
Yeah.
If your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom, that ye may reign forevermore.
Right. And that's what King Solomon didn't do. He started off basically on well, what I'm saying, in a good state, but as he got older, he was manipulated, by these women, and he fell out. But ultimately, every great man went down so Yahweh Shah could be that guy. Then you can't say what King Solomon did or King David did. King David went on, King Solomon went on. Yahweh Shah actually conquered death within the flesh. Meaning he was perfected. He was perfect. Most High gave him that spiritual software to be perfect.
I got one real quick.
Go, young man, go.
Elizabeth Solomon, chapter 1. It said, love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth. Think of the Lord with a good heart and the simplicity of heart. Seek him.
And you seek him, hence the scriptures. That's how you seek the Most High. Hence his men. That's how you seek the Most High. All right.
Yeah, see, and that's why where fasting come in, a lot of praying, solitude, all of that. So you can't be wrapped up in all the affairs of this world, man. You have to be in a position to give yourself to the Lord, man, and not your flesh all the time. All right, which goes back to the title of this lesson. Hey, put this truth first, man.
I got more. For he will be found in them that attempt him not, and shook.
Go ahead.
Okay. He will be found in them that tempt him not, and show himself unto such as do not distrust him. For forward thoughts separate from Yahweh, and its power, when it is tried, will prove the unwise. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin.
So 2/3 of our people not gonna get it. And then you have so-called prophets or some even the elect, per se, so-called prophets, so-called the elect, they gonna come in and then they gonna stop believing. Why? Because the Most High has eradicated that spirit from them. So you have to be righteous, in order to continue to maintain within Scripture. All right, but that gift is given to you from Yahweh. You can't will this shit yourself. And then will is actually going into like performance. You can't perform a work without the Spirit. You know.
One more.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, for the Holy Spirit of discipline will feed deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding, and will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in.
And we saw that, we saw that that visual, hence the scriptures of the accounts of our Apostle Paul, the accounts most importantly Yahushua and King Solomon. But most importantly Yahushua because he did it right from A to Z.
That's right.
In 2 Corinthians 11:23, are ye ministers of Yahushua? I speak as a fool, I am more, and neighbors more abundant, and stripes above measure, and prisons more frequent, and deaths oft. Of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one. Thrice was I beaten rods, once I was stoned, thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I have been in the deep, in journeys often, in perils of waters, in perils of robbers, in perils by my own countrymen, in perils by the heathen, in perils in the city, in perils in the wilderness, in perils in the sea.
The life of a prophet.
And Jake, all you are is broke. And here, this man has been through some stuff, man, to just go teach the word. You putting in priority and everything coming in the way. And guess what? It still don't stop. The train still don't stop. Use that as an example to keep going, man. Because he thought out the man say he been stoned and here he is still going, man. He had been shipwrecked. You're like, okay, so what can we do to get this ship back going? Hey, word gotta be taught. That is, man.
He literally died. He saw the third heaven. But he didn't see the Most High's face because if he would have, he would never came back. You know what I'm saying? So he literally died and saw the Most High gave that spirit to let him see. You know what I'm saying? The third heaven.
Felt the euphoria. He was man. Then come back and do the same thing that made him die again, which was serving Yahweh. That's tough. Now ask yourself as a man of the Lord, is that something that you would do? Would you come back even after all that and still just have that, hey, I'm down the ride spirit, man?
Yeah. Because even if you go into that term testimony, it goes into like to be a witness. Well, witness means like to see or to know. How do you know Yahweh Shemashah? Because are you witnessing it through the scripture, the accounts, so on and so forth. But ultimately, that term testimony, which goes into witness, actually goes into martyr. And a martyr is a person that is put to death for their beliefs. So that's the reason why, like a lot of the apostles got killed. Well, no, they weren't killed; they were murdered. You know what I'm saying? For the will of Yahweh Shemashah. But this time, the will is going to be different. However, you're gonna have some people fall in that slot anyway, some prophets.
They say in perils in the city, in perils in the wilderness, in perils in the sea, in perils amongst false brethren, in weariness and painfulness.
He still kept the truth first. That was his primary goal. And like the elders say, as soon as he touched back down, man, he still knew what he had to do. He was locked in.
In watchings often, in hunger and thirst, in fastings often.
So there are no excuses. Regardless, this man and the brothers just reading, account after account of tribulation and hardships, near-death experiences, so on and so forth, but nothing mattered except for the excellency of Yahushua.
Like I said this too, it also saying in Revelation 3:11, behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast,
That's right. That's right.
And cold and nakedness, besides those things that are without,
that which cometh upon me daily, the care of all the churches.
Daily, the care of the church, doing the will, putting your Father's business first. That should be the center of your attention. And then everything else basically should be second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. But your main focus is being about your Father's business. If you are a prophet, and also if you be elect too.
It's Luke 19 and 11. And as they heard these things, he added and spake parable because he was not to Jerusalem, and because they thought that the king of Mosiah should be with the prayer. He said, therefore, a son nobleman went to a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return.
Mm-hmm.
And he called the 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds. He said unto them, occupy till I come.
Occupy.
Yeah.
So go ahead, man.
I was going to say, the Lord wants us occupied till he come back, you know.
Mhm.
He said, strive for the truth unto death, and Lord's perfect,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
Just continue doing the work, you know, hold fast, you know.
Yeah. And that's what it is. Because when you go to a bathroom, you're gonna have what, two signs. Is it gonna be occupant or occupied or vacant? You know what I'm saying? As your life, like the brother saying, you're supposed to be occupied. You're supposed to be active.
Yeah. Hold fast that no man take back from.
See.
You know? And with that, man, Lord will bros were edified. Want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahshai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, the alongside with us, the apostles, great millstone, and us two bros who are out there doing work in sincerity and in truth. Keep pushing. Y'all almost out of here. Down to America, Kwame Yahshua, Shalom.
Shalom.